So what's going on in the What Have You kitchen this morning? It's Sunday, July 13th. Doing some pour over coffee here in our mugs. And there's something in the oven that smells awfully good. Blueberry muffins. What a way to start the morning. We are here at Cassiar, I keep messing up the name, Lake, British Columbia, on our way to Stewart. And it is a rainy, wet, cold morning in the low 40s. I think it got down to 42 last night. We're cozy and warm inside, and we're going to start the morning off with muffins and a cup of coffee and see where the day leads.
So here we are this morning at Careninthewoods Provincial Park.
Yep.
Very nice site, especially if you have a boat or something. You can just park the boat right in your site, basically. Nice and shallow water, clear, clean.
Very nice.
Very nice. We have a little rain this morning, but what the heck.
We had a lot of rain yesterday too.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on today and get down a little closer to Stewart and Hyder, Alaska, and Stewart, BC. So we're going to head down that way. There's another provincial park we're going to try out.
Yeah. And that way we have a little, we'll be closer to Stewart so that we can visit the
stupid telephone.
Visit the glacier and bear watching, I guess.
By Hyder, yeah.
Hyder, yeah.
Yeah, and we figure if we get down in that area, tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny and in the 70s.
Yeah.
And today it's like wet and cold and maybe might reach 50 today. It's pretty cold and yucky. But yesterday down that way, they had snow. They were like 32 degrees and they had snow and sleet. So we'll see when we get down there.
Pretty nice for July.
Yeah, middle of July. It's July 13th. It's a Sunday.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But this is a beautiful campsite. I know I filmed it a little bit last night. I almost really hate leaving here because it's beautiful. And I bet you when the sun comes out tomorrow, it'll be gorgeous.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
So I guess I got everything tucked away pretty much. So.
Yeah, I caught up a little bit yesterday getting photos sorted around and things done, and so far we have gone 6,590 miles. We are basically 2/3 of the way through our trip right now for miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. We may drive somewhere else.
You never know.
Yeah.
Well, here's our steepest descent so far. A 10% grade. We are going down, 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 although it doesn't show it on the camera. But we are crossing in a little pass between Coast Mountains and the Skeena Mountains. We just went through. They had a couple spots to check your brakes and your chains if it were winter time. We're near Burrage Creek. That's what's down over the edge. And what's really nice is the rain has stopped and the sun's trying to peek out. We're getting close to Bob Quinn Lake. And here's one of the wooden bridges that we've been seeing. This is the third one now. This one's double wide. The other two were single wide. Oh, this one's a metal bridge. Oh, okay. The other two were wooden. I'll insert photos here of the other two. But boy, that water's moving fast this morning after all that rain. Look at it just churning along. Come on, trees, get out of the way. So, we're done with the descent. Now we're crawling up again. We're at about 2,000 feet altitude right now. Yep, here's some sunshine. Isn't that nice for the morning? Was supposed to be rainy and icky until later this afternoon, evening, up ahead. But we'll take what we get. I hope this microphone's working and that this works better than all the upfront sounds of the air conditioner and the dash noises and the engine noise. Although this Sprinter is very quiet compared to some other Class C's that we've been in or that we tried excuse me, or that we tried out before buying this one. We found that the Sprinter was a lot quieter, and it also had more legroom up front and not as much heat in the front coming off the engine, because there's really not a dog house. It's got a flat floor for getting in and out of the cockpit area here. See, it's all flat. That was one of our major decisions on choosing this type of a motorhome. Well, we haven't seen any wildlife this morning, but we got started a little later. We enjoyed having our coffee and muffins this morning, took our time getting ready. I guess that's part of being retired. We can take our time now. Don't have to rush. Here's some little wayside pull-offs with trash bins. Well, I think I'm going to stop this recording now until something's more beautiful, and I'm working on my blog. Wow, look at this. Is that beautiful? This is over the edge of a great big bridge. Wow. Look at that water hit the edge and curl around. Holy cow. I'm going to take a couple still shots. This is some pretty interesting terrain that we're driving through. The hills go directly up from the side of the road, almost perpendicular. Wow. And then we're pulling around a corner where we can see this mountain range that's covered in clouds. And the sun is trying to peek through. And the clouds are rolling up out of the way. Behind those clouds, it's all mountains. Let's see if the sun will peek through again. It's super bright and brilliant. Look at those mountains. As we're winding along, this is just amazing. Look at that. These mountains are so close, it feels like you can reach out and touch them. And they're hidden behind the clouds. Wow. I don't think the camera can show the depth, but holy cow. Those little motorcycle guy, two guys. Oh, here we have a steep descent again, it looks like. Warning about trucks entering the roadway. Looking for a spot to stop for lunch. Stop of interest on the right. Right here, I think. See the green sign? Up there on the left. It doesn't look too interesting. Echo Lake. Maybe it's up here as the spot of interest. Oh, there's a pretty little lake there. Let's see if we can see it from here. Really can't see it. So what's our spot of interest? Talks about the telegraph lines along this trail. Built in 1899. The line blazed a route across this vast northern section of the province, but it gave way to radio communications by the 1930s. Some of the trail and cabins used by the isolated telegraphers are still serve wilderness travelers. Oh, so it was actually people that went from cabin to cabin, and some of the cabins are still in place. Interesting. 1,900-mile line. Wow. Okay, we are entering an avalanche area of this mountain pass. Alongside this beautiful river. Wow, the mountain just looms up in front of us as we come around the corner. Weird, the road is right next to the river here. Wow. I just wonder if it ever overflows the banks.
Yeah. Until it gets up pretty high.
Okay, now.
It looks like a nice rafting river. It'd be a lot of fun on it. Doesn't look very deep.
You're going rafting? Okay, you can go.
Okay.
I'm not. Looks a little icy and cold to me.
It probably is.
Oh, here's a nice little pull-off. Whoa. I think this might be our lunch spot. Get out of the way, let that semi-truck fly past you. I think we just found a nice little spot to have lunch. Yeah, it might be kind of muddy down there.
What do you think, a little further back maybe?
Yeah, maybe see if it's a little more firm further back. A little more rocky. I think that's pretty good. Definitely don't want to have a tow bill trying to get out of the mud, especially with all the rain that we've had. Wow, is this pretty. And right up there behind all them clouds, there's another mountain. You just can't see it. Wow. And up ahead, we are being treated to some blue sky and sunshine. We'll take that. So, time to have a little lunch, Steve?
I think so.
Put on enough miles?
Yep.
And Nicky Doodle, I think, says he could probably use a little break. Ooh, wow, look at them trucks fly by. This is definitely not a peaceful rest stop, but it'll do for a lunch. This is just so pretty. We're just winding along mile after mile on this route of the Cassiar Highway in between the mountains. The Coast Mountains are on the right and the Skeena Mountains are on the left. We're in the middle. Bright green of the grass in between the dark green of the pine trees. Really is a neat contrast way up high on these hills. And ahead the clouds are lifting on the rocky ones, revealing snow still in the crevices. We just passed a ridge before, and down deep in the crevice was snow, almost at the level in which we were driving, that it still was that far south. Oh, here's some coming up here, just like what I said. Right around these pine trees.
Like a dike here for the water not to come over the road.
Oh yeah, there's a river there, and it's bermed up on the left to keep it from flooding out on the road. But look over here, there's snow this far down the mountains, and it is July. Maybe we can get it on the camera frame a little bit further around this corner. There we go. Now it's straight ahead, but there's power lines in the way. But yeah, there's still snow at this elevation. We are at 2,000 feet is all we're at. 2,078 feet.
Water's right up to the road, edge of the road.
And the water on this side is very close to the road. Look at this. On both sides. Yep, we are literally driving alongside a mountain lake.
Right through it.
Yeah, through the middle of it. There's the snow right there. Oops, didn't mean to tip ya. Sometimes I re-grip the handle of this selfie stick. I'm trying to keep it up near the windshield and hoping that this corded purple panda is still working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Wow, this is steep. Alongside of us, it just goes straight up. I love the grass in between the pines. It almost makes vertical stripes. Snowbank avalanche area, it says. Yeah, look at that, the snow. That far down. Sorry for the windshield wipers. There's still just a little bit of a splatter here and there. And it helps if Steve keeps the wipers going so the camera doesn't focus on the drops. Sorry for the reflection of the vents on the dash. Wow, is this pretty. I guess, you know, it's one thing to see the snow way up there on the mountain, but to see it down this far at this elevation, we are below 2,000 feet now. We're at 1,945. Cloud rolling off the top of that mountain up there. Kind of looks like steam. Up ahead here, it's just rolling up as the sun is burning it off. So we are on our way to Meziadin, I'm butchering the name, Provincial Park, which is right where 37 and then the turnoff for 37A to go to Stewart, British Columbia, off of the Cassiar. And there's a provincial park there. We're gonna take our chances on a Sunday afternoon, look if we can find a campsite, because we really would like to drive into Stewart when it's sunny and beautiful, because we've seen some videos of the drive on YouTube, and we would like to have it be an optimum viewing day, because it sounds like it's going to be amazing, and we are never going to regret taking this side trip of 40 miles into Stewart and back. 40 miles in and 40 miles out. Look way up there to that mountain. It's way, way up on the other ridge there, and the top you can't even see yet. I don't think we'll ever forget cruising down these roads of the Cassiar, and the roads are really in good shape. There's a few bumps here and there, but it's nothing like the Alcan. This is beautiful driving. The scenery is amazing. And I just feel like we're getting up close with nature rather than roads with wide shoulders. And oh, here comes a truck. There's very few and far between vehicles on this road in July. I don't know, maybe in August it gets a little busier as people go home this way, I don't know, or into September, but for right now we're enjoying this. It's kind of nice. You almost feel like you're the only one on the road. So this must be the narrow bridge. Okay. Pretty cool. And we're coming out by Bell Lodge. There we go. I think we're okay on fuel yet, huh?
Oh yeah. Only a 3/4 tank.
Okay, Bell 2 Lodge. So these are the types of stops that you make when you're traveling. I like the stone supports around their gas tanks. Nobody runs them over. But these are little places that not only are they a lodge, they're usually a little grocery store, convenience store, gas station, place to overnight, maybe RV parking. You know, when you don't have a motorhome or an RV like we have, the travelers decide they're tired and they can stop and rent a little cabin there or plan a vacation. There's fishing nearby, hiking. So yeah, we see a lot of those. They call them lodges, but they're really open to the public to come and buy fuel and make a purchase too. I guess I just can't express how beautiful this is, just winding along on these smooth roads in amongst all these tall trees and mountains and alongside rivers and streams, lakes. But what we need now is a moose.
From afar.
From afar, yes. We've seen a couple, but I would like to get one where I could really take some good pictures. The one crossing the road about a week ago, it's pretty blurry. And missing mama moose and little baby moose on the river when we were by the Willow Creek. That was nice. I could get good close-ups of him, but we didn't know where mama was, so we got the heck out of there. And I did get one tiny shot of a moose butt as it went down in the ditch. But we really haven't seen a good, nice side profile of a moose. I'd like to find one munching the greens in a pond. It's a beautiful backdrop. looking at us saying, hey, leave me alone. I'm eating. We'll keep looking. Steve and I were just remarking to each other that, boy, are we glad we came up the Alcan way and we're coming down this way, because this has a whole different texture and beauty of its own. But boy, if you went up this way where everything's smooth and beautiful and you get up there, suddenly hit all them rugged roads, you're going to be really disappointed and maybe irritated, I don't know, or challenged. And the whole adventure of going up on the Alcan was wonderful, and we really did feel like we were, hitting the remote areas of Alaska. Of course, Yukon and British Columbia too. But now, after being there and doing everything that we've done, including McCarthy and the Top of the World, and even Glen Allen and Tok roads, coming back this way, it's almost like just a smooth, easy, beautiful traverse of terrain. And it's kind of like a nice, smooth goodbye as we exit out of, we're out of the Yukon and we're halfway through British Columbia already. Yeah, I think if you were going up this way, you'd be kind of spoiled and you get up there and say, hey, what the heck? This way, it's almost like we're being rewarded. We deserve this nice drive now. It's relaxing. It's not stressing anymore. The rest was fun, but this is enjoyable. Just look at it winding along. Now the sun's peeking out again. Really no complaints about the road at all. Okay, here we are at the Meziadin Provincial Park. Let's see what it's like. Up on the corner, they said that, oh yeah, there's the sign too. Up at the corner station, they said tent camping or soft-sided camping is not allowed because of the bears. Well, let's take a peek at these last two sites here by the water. It says no exit. So I don't know what that means. 28?
28, yeah. It's right on the water.
Yeah, it doesn't say reserved.
This is the boat landing.
Oh, so how you can get out of here?
Drive out to the lake, put on a pontoon.
Oh, okay. There we go, right in. Palouche. Do Winnebagos float? So, what do you think about this site right here?
Looks pretty nice.
I think it looks pretty nice. Let's back into it and then we'll see how we go about paying for it.
Well, I'm going to look at the other ones that are available.
Okay.
We're early yet.
Go to the right.
Here's 30 is open.
Yeah. I think I like 28 better.
Okay.
$36.
That's available.
Yeah, these are a little closer together. I think I like that one down on the end. That one's got a tag on it.
So it kind of goes back pretty far.
It's got a tag on it though.
Does it?
Yep. These are all way out in the open. These are electric.
Yeah.
Tag, tag. Tags. It's tagged. And this one says reserved. Although if there's nobody on it, I don't know how that works. You didn't read the sign.
No.
It's a reservable, but I can log onto the website and see if it is reserved. This one here, 57, no, they have a tag.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to shut off this camera till we figure out what we're doing. Okay, we are all set up now on lot 28 at Meziadin Lake in their provincial park. What a beautiful place. Of course, we scored a beautiful campsite right by the lake. First come, first serve site, number 28, at the end of a row, right next to the boat landing. And instead of the rain that was forecast, we have been blessed with beautiful blue skies and puffy white clouds. No complaints, hey, Steve?
Nope.
Over here is the boat landing with a dead end. And here's our campsite with a tent pad, and there's our nearest neighbors. This is really nice and peaceful and quiet. The attendant that came by said this is a very quiet lake, and they don't have any problem with rowdy people. Steve is going to get out our lawn chairs from our well-packed rear compartment that is very snug. There's our little folding table. Here is our little camping mat. He has everything really compactly put in here. Usually these are things we take along in the cargo trailer. There's our solar panels. And the extra step ladder we picked up. That's so he can reach the Starlink in the inside skylight for repositioning. And here's the lawn chairs. He has a lot packed in here. There's a collapsible dog crate in case we ever had to do something with Nick. There's extra dog food. There's a vacuum cleaner. There's a pool noodle. There's extra Reflectix. And on the bottom, I think we have more Reflectix. Extra pieces if need be. And some work gloves for dumping holding tanks. We also insulated the back side of this door because this opens up right underneath our bed and it's wide open otherwise and the cold air comes in. So we added insulation to the back of the door. We put out the thermocells already. They seem to be working. There were mosquitoes when we first got here, and I think they're out of the way. We have that type that runs off the butane cartridge, and this type that runs off electric, that's rechargeable, and runs off the liquid cartridges. There, we have our chairs all set up. For an evening cocktail, we're going to probably start a campfire, and we have along stuff to make s'mores. Nice little fire pit We brought a bag of firewood. Boy, is this nice. Some campers over there on that other point. I believe those are electric sites over there. A little pond right here, or a little lagoon, and a beach. Our shoreline, we have a log. Pretty nice. Okay, it's What Have You kitchen time. I didn't show the prep work on this one, but I'll show the finished product. Enchiladas. Roast beef enchiladas. Ooh, they're still sizzling. Look at that. Let's see, catch the sizzle. There. And of course, as Steve says, it's not a meal until I plate it up. So this one is Steve's with the pepper on top. And let's see if we can get it out of the pan. Oh boy. Ready? There's one. Ooh, coming off the edge of the plate. And there's two. There we go with a little side chop salad of lettuce and tomatoes. And that is dinner tonight as we're on the shores of Meziadin Lake in the provincial park, and this is the view out the kitchen window. And maybe later on we're going to make some s'mores around the campfire for dessert. Okay, well, he's chopping that up. I thought I would get out this box. And they are called Fire Start. They're from Duraflame Fire Start Cubes. And we saw these on Kenny of All Trades YouTube, and we've been using them ever since. You can get them most anywhere, hardware stores, home supply stores, even grocery stores have them. And they light the fire really easily. You'll see in a little bit how it works. Right, Nick? Nick says, I don't like lumberjacks. He does not like chopping. Okay, just light the package on fire. And you set it down in the middle of your little log cabin. And you'll let her go. Now he's laying a few bigger pieces around it in teepee fashion. Now he's adding some bigger pieces. This is a matter of 3 minutes. The fire's going that good already from when he started it. These things work really good. Sure beats using lighter fluid or even the tiki torch fluid he used to use. And now, 8 minutes later, he has a beautiful roaring fire. Look at that. Time to get out the s'mores.
Like I'm gonna roast up some marshmallows. Hopefully they turn out good and nice and toasted brown. We'll see. You have to have lots of patience.
And I have the setups all ready. With the graham crackers, the Hershey bars, and Steve is the chef. We'll try it again. Okay, one-handed filming. There we go. Some more. Going for another, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get another one set up for you. Okay. Let's go do one at a time this time. Oh, look at that one. It's perfect. Here.
You should have that one.
No, I've had mine. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Here, you put it on that side. Now squish it down. There. Ooh, look at that. Okay, hold it still. Gotta take a picture of that. Oh, that one's perfect. That looks just like out of a magazine. What do you think? Then. No, that's yours. Good job, Steve. You're a good cook. A good chef of s'mores. Nick, you don't get s'mores. You can have crumbs of graham crackers. See, here's a crumb. See, you can have that, but you can't have chocolate. And marshmallow would get stuck in your fur. Okay, here he comes with another one. Bring it down a little lower into the camera view. There you go. Okay. Here, you have to straighten that one out yourself. It's a little crooked. I'm trying to one-handed sandwich the s'more. Ooh, eating on the camera. Okay, here's me. Maybe I didn't get that bite. Good cooking, Steve.